cut videos, dude. It just sucks that, you know, there's not more of them. Okay, let's watch this Disney made us gay shit.
You know what bothers me? For some reason, all our fans seem to think that we're gay. Now, I thought we made it pretty obvious in all our previous videos. We're just two average, straight friends. But look, we don't want to disappoint all our fans. You've been watching us all this time. Maybe you know us better than we do. So we're going to try our best to become homosexuals, just for you. And we know exactly where we'd have to go to make that happen.
Why else would you want to have two dudes or two women kissing in a Disney film? It's about making your kids gay.
Gay agenda and queerness and putting it in movies and cartoons.
They're being fed these messages over and over.
Oh, dude, the Ninja Masterclass video. I can't wait to watch this, by the way. Yeah.
In every episode now, they're going to have Mickey and Pluto going at it.
So this is a true wake-up call to parents that they can't trust.
I wish you could join them. Every time they do gay shit, I get very upset. Not because I'm homophobic, obviously. That's like secondary, but because, you know, I'm like, nobody invited me to the party. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Squidward, SpongeBob and Patrick are out there having fun, and I'm Squidward sitting in my fucking prison of my own mind.
The things that they used to be able to trust.
You heard it. Disney is making kids gay. So if we wanted to be gay, we'd have to catch the first plane to America and go to Disneyland, the gayest place on earth. And luckily, we had the help of two Americans, both of whom were married to women, which inevitably makes a lot of straight men start having second thoughts about their heterosexuality.
Wait, but these things are enormous. If these don't make you gay, they're just giant cunts.
Yeah. I just want to sit on it.
Yeah. Disneyland is making us gay.
That's not even Disneyland. That's
really?
That's just the introduction to Orlando. Just Orlando's turning people gay. Look, Kevin's so distracted by the giant cock, he can't even drive.
You're just, he can't even drive. He's so horny, he can't drive.
So we all arrived at Disney and we were ready to start our new lives as gay men. But it was kind of hard to get in. The entrance was blocked by like hundreds of protesters. We assumed people would be upset because we came at a very delicate time. You know, every flag was at half-mast. This was the week that the US exceeded 1 million deaths from COVID. But it turns out that wasn't what they were angry about.
If you want that to stifle my kid, I will disciple my kid. Jesus will disciple my kid.
So what's...
Bro, that's awesome. I didn't even realize they were that fucking bent. You know what I mean? Like that they, like people really do take the time out of their day to fucking go out and yell at Disney for being gay, which is funny because it's like Disney's been gay since day one, obviously. So where the fuck was this protest then? And when I mean bent, I don't mean it in the fucking oi bruv way. Okay, bent as in America, when you say bent, you mean like bent out of shape, okay? Angry, frustrated, fuck.
What seems to be happening is that Disney has made these people's kids gay and they're not happy about it. And they all came to Disney World to cast some kind of anti-gay spell on Mickey Mouse.
And I want us to lift up our hands, and we're going to do this Old Testament stuff.
I love that.
1, 2, 3,
Oh my god, the energy was contagious. I just couldn't help but join in. They worked us up so well. I honestly hated Mickey for a minute there. Well, not all Mickeys. I mean, there was a heterosexual MAGA Mickey who was apparently on our side.
Make the Bible great again.
We were about to have some good old-fashioned fun and apparently get some sweet discounts too.
We're going to do a Jesus march down the street in front of the Macaroni Grill, where we're going to have a worship throwdown. Woo! And the Macaroni Grill manager already came out and welcomed us and gave us $50 coupons.
Oh, Macaroni Grill.
Now, I've never done a Jesus march before, but it turns out it's actually pretty easy to do. You just got to remember one word.
Jesus! Jesus! Jesus!
To the untrained eye, this looks a bit silly, maybe even delusional, but I quickly became convinced of the magical power of the Jesus March. You see, last year during the BLM protests, the governor of Florida made a law that made it legal to run protesters over if they obstruct traffic. But these people were clearly protected by God, like no car could stop them. And we thought the Jesus Walk was a perfect time.
Oh, silly boy. Don't you know that anti-protest law is only designed against black people? Silly Billy. You think that anti-protest law would work against God-fearing white Christian men and women? No, sweaty.
Time to start talking to people.
What do you think of the event so far?
I think it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm glad I drove from Myrtle Beach. I live in Atlanta, outside of Atlanta, and I was at the Great Awakening in Myrtle Beach when he spoke. And I was like, I gotta be there. So I have slept in my car for 3-4 nights and came here because this is amazing.
Clearly, an intelligent person who has all of her brain capacities, like, that has not been diminished at all.
Amazing.
How many miles is that?
Roar! I have no clue.
I'll be honest, I felt a bit out of my depth here. Things were getting really weird, but that was nothing. As soon as we got to the Macaroni Grill car park, things got even weirder. A man comes out with some kind of medieval horn and everyone goes wild. People were speaking in tongues, gyrating on the ground. This shit was sure to scare even the most determined homosexual. Honestly, I was struggling to fit in here, but luckily the leaders tell you exactly what words to shout.
You wanna know why? Because when you are desperate, somebody say desperate.
Desperate!
You're willing to lay it all on the line. Look at your neighbor and say, don't get soft.
Go get soft.
Apparently not everyone at the protest was shouting correctly, and the leaders could tell.
I think the American collective consciousness just falling apart at a dramatic speed is creating excellent content, though. So for that purpose, I mean, for that reason alone, I'm so in. I'm so invested. I love it.
You know, it turns out we had something called a Jezebel among us.
We're fighting against Jezebel, and she's already been destroyed, and she can be destroyed again.
Wake up, church! Wake up!
Disney is approximately 1 kilometer away from this Macaroni Grill car park, but somehow Jezebel's satanic energy got in here, and then the man on the stage spotted it inside the mind of one of the women in the audience.
There's a lady here. There's a lady here. Come on, come on, come on.
So everyone had to crowd around and put their arms on her head to exorcise the spirit of Jezebel.
We're destroying Jezebel in the body of Christ right now. I want people to get around him and start praying. Just get around him right now. Set him free, God.
I had never seen an exorcism before. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was confronting, but I did get a bit excited witnessing Christian magic for the first time.
What are we doing here today?
Wait, I don't understand. Why is she waving an LGBT flag? What the fuck?
We're just basically here to tell Disney we're just tired. I mean, just tired of them trying to indoctrinate our children.
They want to brainwash them early enough that it becomes truth for them, the gay religion.
They have a not-so-secret gay agenda.
Yo, half these people look gay as fuck, by the way. What's going on with that? Like, when I see this person, like, what the fuck? They're like waving rainbow flags and shit. What happened? I thought the gays own that. What kind of cultural appropriation is this? I mean, like, gay culture is not your prom dress, sweaty.
To propose and indoctrinate on little children.
What's their indoctrination look like? How do we spot it?
It's just, I mean, it's just like little subliminal things that they'll put into their movies.
When you look at the movies, there's just subtle things about magic.
The most recent one that I've seen, Enchanto, I think that's what it's called. It's got a lot of sorcery.
Yeah. And
dude, that's awesome. That's so sick. This got real. My parents wouldn't let me watch Hogwarts. My parents wouldn't let me watch Harry Potter because of the demonic energy of witchcraft in it. Enchanto! They got sorcery in them.
then when you think that Walt Disney was a warlock.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like, really?
All the Disney movies really have some sort of sorcery, things of that sort in there.
That is very strange. I mean, it goes completely against the Bible as well. There's like magic, warlocks. You got a shirt that says demon killer. What's the best way to kill a demon?
Oh, prayer. Jesus Christ, going in the spirit, you know.
Come on, bro. That's so whack. Be like, drive a stake through its heart or something. What do you mean? Like, come on, bro. You're wearing a shirt that looks way cooler than the things that are coming out of your mouth. You know what I mean? oh, the power of prayer. That's how we kill demons. Like, oh shit.
I'm saying because it's by the Spirit of God. It's not through our strength. It's by the Spirit of God. It's the Spirit of God that kills the demons. It's the Spirit of God.
So Disney was using sorcery to make their kids gay. I mean, it seemed believable enough, but I wanted to know why.
Why are they doing it? Like, what do they want from the kids?
So, I mean, I think there's just a greater agenda to world control, mind control.
Step 1, make the children gay. Step 2, I don't know what step 2 is. Step 3, mind control and world power, world control. Okay, well, I feel like you skipped a couple steps. Like, how do we get to world domination if all the kids are gay?
Separating the child from the parent. George Orwell talked about that.
Why are they doing this? You know,
to destroy our country.
Yeah.
To destroy America. Even the public school system.
I swear to God, if I could go back in time, I would have fucking burned every copy of George Orwell's book. I don't care that he was like, he was based or whatever. I don't give a shit. It's just like the permanent damage it has done to the collective consciousness of conservatives is too much. This is George Orwell, Animal Factory, Animal Crossing. George Orwell, Animal Crossing, 1989.
Here is getting vile.
What are the teachers doing in the schools here?
Oh, wow. Well, basically what Disney's doing, they're basically grooming our children. And I have a 13-year-old daughter that I actually pulled her out of public school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and she's been homeschooled for 3 years now.
We've actually taken our kids out of public school.
Wow.
I mean, it's not right. I mean, kids are kids. Let them be kids.
Yeah. These people are so committed to letting
He said, kids be kids, let them be kids, but not like that.
kids be kids that every single parent we spoke to has yanked their kids away from all the other kids and schooled them at home. Now, I'm obviously not a child, but I'm pretty sure all the homeschool kids who were brought to this event by their parents were pretty grateful to be in the Macaroni Grill car park, listening to this adult tell them what to think, instead of being indoctrinated at Disneyland.
And it starts with corporations indoctrinating.
That's the saddest part, dude. Jesus Christ. Homeschooling is like child abuse, I swear. I know this is the worst chat to say this in because I know a lot of you are products of homeschooling. Some of you recognize how permanently damaging that was. But the rest of you are going to chime in and be like, I was homeschooled because of reasons and it's all right, actually. But like, no, I swear to God, like, it is so bad.
Kids at an early age.
Which is also kind of funny because, like, half of these motherfuckers were at the lockdown protest because they were like, we need to open up the schools again so we can bring our children back. And it's like, well, bro, you're saying that, but you're also simultaneously fucking homeschooling your children now.
What is wrong with these people?
Well, it's all well and good for the homeschooled kids, but what about the kids who are already gay? What happens to them?
They're kids, they've watched Disney, they've gone to public schools, they're gay. Like, what do they do?
We just, the prayer, God's going to come down and deal with these people.
People would talk about God dealing with the homosexuals, but it's hard to imagine what they meant by that.
The fire of the Holy Spirit will come right now like a mighty rush of fire and will destroy any agenda, any demonic agenda. Fire! Fire! Fuego! Fuego!
It turns out this is their...
Dude, what hole do these motherfuckers crawl out of? Like, actually. Whenever I watch it like this, I'm so shocked that people like this exist. Even though I watch people like this for a living, basically, I still haven't figured out where the fuck these psychos come from. I guess Florida? Yeah, sure. Florida, that's a good answer, but...
leader, Sean Foyt. Now, this is a guy who knows how to get everyone excited.
Come on, we want everybody in the Macaroni Grill to hear us tonight.
Woo! He's the straightest man in the entire protest. There's not a gay bone in this man's body. He's just a heterosexual man who has heterosexual sex with his blonde wife and makes blonde children. And he's famous for making enormous Christian concerts during COVID.
in defiance of state orders to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. They came to see a controversial worship leader and political activist.
Last night we gathered thousands of people that came together. The church showed up.
Now, I didn't realize this, but it turns
Bro, he looks so gross.
out that COVID public health orders and Disney's homosexual agenda are actually linked.
With the shutdowns, they groomed the children back then because they had to be masked, they had to be 6 feet apart. So that was just the beginning.
It's always so wonderful when the fucking cult leader straight up looks like a cult leader. Like when your insides match your outside, it's fire.
And then anything else would be okay. Like you could be, you could be a girl today. You could be a pronoun today.
Because we will no longer wear masks. We watch Australia. We watch the world. We know what's going on, and we're awake, and we're not going back to sleep.
This is pretty impressive. These people seem to know a lot more about Australia than we did.
They were forced jabbing children.
I mean, I personally didn't see it.
Have you looked at the stats in your country? Because we're getting your stats here.
To me, it is like Nazi Germany.
Little kids that were like tackled by the police and injected on the spot. I mean, it's just that it really seemed like true communism.
I even heard that you guys can't grow gardens.
So when they ask for a vaccine card, the first thing I think of is like, oh, do I need to show my yellow star?
Now, if you ask me, none of that stuff actually happened, but I do honestly admire their dedication to freedom and bodily autonomy.
We have the freedom here to not take the jab.
The freedom here to say, it's a medical procedure I don't want to be a part of, it's my body.
My body, my choice. They're not even allowed to ask. Well, they're not allowed to ask if you're vaccinated.
Although their commitment to my body, my choice only went so far, especially now that abortion is illegal in Florida.
I mean, I'm pro-life.
We don't want abortion. There's no black and white.
What would happen if someone, let's say, was to get an abortion in a state? Like, would they just go to jail? Like, what's the?
Yeah, if you could detect a heartbeat in that child, aborting after that point would be illegal. And that's really, really great just to get some of those rights back to the unborn because they deserve them.
Look, no offense to the Christians, but we didn't get a lot out.
Bro, it's like, I mean, the contradictions are very clear. Everyone has already expressed them a million times over. So I don't want to talk about that. What I want to talk about instead is the fact that like these people want to fucking, forcibly carry pregnancies to term. So there are more babies to fucking homeschool and send to like these psychotic rallies, only to have them kill themselves when they reach fucking 15. You know what I mean? Because they just were so socially stunted that it's impossible for them to continue living. It's like, why? Why are you causing... No, I'm not an anti-natalist, but like, why are you literally causing so much suffering on this planet? Eat my bundar, Hasan? What?
Out of these interviews. If we want to get to the bottom of this, we'd have to go about it scientifically. We're going to have to go to Disney to find out once and for all if it'll make us gay. And remember, we're doing this for you. With the protest over, getting into Disney World was easy, but finding our way around was almost impossible.
I swear we don't just come down on this road.
But then we went straight, so we had to do like a...
Why the hell is this place so enormous? Well, it turns out back in the 40s, the working conditions at Disney were incredibly exploitative and there was this massive animator strike. Now, don't let the cute cartoon signs fool you. Walt Disney was a slave driver and they all wished he was dead, and he'd rather die than negotiate with his animation.
I just want to run that one more time, dude. God, we really... Not to get all fucking, like, return to tradition on your ass, but, like... think about how things used to be.
Animator strike.
I wonder where the post-left guys were back then to be like, oh, these guys are pussies. They're not real leftists, bro. Real leftism is when you fucking let these guys suffer, actually. They're fucking animators. You're not real working class, dumbass. I'm real working class because I have a podcast that's paid for by Peter Thiel.
Now, don't let the cute cartoon signs fool you. Walt Disney was a slave driver and they all wished he was dead.
This is pretty cool.
And he'd rather die than negotiate with his animation slaves. But the US government stepped in and said, come on, Walt, you're causing a scene here. You're going to have to negotiate with your employees. And Walt gave up and negotiated a better deal for his workers. Yeah, this time he was beaten. But Walt thought to himself, If I had my own country, no one could tell me how I had to treat my workers. And that's when he came up with Epcot.
Spelled E-P-C-O-T. Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow.
He wanted to build a giant corporate-controlled society with mass surveillance, no unions, no voting, no retirement, and run solely by Walt Disney. So he bought up 25,000 acres of land in Florida and struck a deal with the government, essentially giving Disney full control of his own tiny country within the USA. Now, I know what you're thinking. Buying heaps of land and making a corporate-owned dystopia is all well and good for Disney, but what about me? How do I get to be lord of my own evil little kingdom? Well, thanks to this video's sponsor, Established Titles, you can be a lord right now. You can buy at least 1 square foot of land on a private estate in Scotland. So go become a lord now. In fact, if you buy 1,089 million of these plots, you could be as powerful as Walt Disney himself.
There's enough land here to hold all the ideas and plans we could possibly imagine.
Now, luckily for us, Walt Disney died, and his successors scrapped the creepy future city, but kept Disney World's bizarre status as one of the world's only corporate-owned countries. They pay no taxes, they have their own laws, their own private fire and electricity services, even their own private police force.
Yeah, no, they got an actual prison.
That is fucking bullshit.
If you find yourself here, it's because you did something real naughty.
And it's not just prisons, we even had to pass Disney Migration and Customs to get in.
We just got stopped by Disney police, and now we're going to get, Disney strip search.
I mean, I hope they make it fun.
It's going to be the funnest strip search on earth.
Can I record the process, please?
Oh, sorry.
Always you two who get secondary screening. Why?
No, it's because we don't look gay enough.
I presume just because I have a gun in my back.
Oh,
I don't know.
wow.
Yeah.
Did they take it?
No.
They just wanted to make sure that you had enough ammo.
Yeah, exactly. Here you go, sir. Have a good day.
We finally made it past the funnest biometric data scanner on Earth, and we made it in. And we're finally ready to test out if Disneyland can make us gay. We decided to stay at the Swan Hotel, named after the gayest creature in the animal kingdom. Straight off the bat, the Christians were right. Disney does seem to be making us gay here. The accommodation is so prohibitively expensive that you have no choice but to share a bed with all the boys. But it's morning time and the experiment continues. Now, just because we're trying to radically alter our sexuality in one day doesn't mean we're reckless maniacs. We're going to be outdoors all day, so we've got to be sun safe. Now, we were only Disney for about half an hour at this point, and things were getting a lot woker than.
The funniest part about it is that they're not gay. They're just Australian. They're just lads. That's it. So they engage in the gayest shit possible. It's just the most average Aussie boy on boy experience that you can ever see.
We expected.
How impressive is this, guys? It's like the only city in America that has a mass public transport system. This is
That's true.
But I mean, that's practically communism, right? That's one step towards making everyone gay.
We call it the commie gondola.
Hi guys.
The commie gondola.
The coconut guy's coming on to me.
Oh my god, I never thought about it like that. Epcot is literally a walkable city with mass transit. Oh my god, the only way you can fucking get public transit in a walkable city is if like some psychotic ANCAP purchases the land while simultaneously funding all of the other industries that make it impossible for other places to have that similar structure. I fucking hate America so much.
Everyone just says hello to you.
Every man
and they
says
don't
hi.
say hello, they go, hello.
They get reprimanded if they don't.
Hello.
Now, I thought these brightly dressed flamboyant men were obviously flirting with us, but it turns out they might not actually be gay. They just get fired if they don't smile at park visitors. See, every part of their lives is controlled here. You can't take any photos or talk about your job on social media. They have mandated haircut laws. They control your fingernail length, the underwear you wear. They even choose a new name for you. And it's one of the most surveilled areas on Earth, so the mouse will know if you snuck your own underpants into work. You know, at least after a long day of authoritarian scrutiny and forced smiling, you can get home and relax. But more realistically, you'll be sleeping in your car because they earn so little that 11% of Disney employees are currently homeless. So these poor workers get fired if they don't smile, but also 43% of them can't even afford dental care. I don't know what's going on here. You know, they definitely weren't making us gay, but they were making us cry. Don't worry, maybe it'll get gayer. on to the main attractions.
Oh my God, the more I hear about it, the more fucking, it's just the more maddening this content is. Holy shit. Also because it's literally so hot in here. What the fuck, Mom? Oh my God, Mom. Anne! Wonderful. It's wonderful to have my mom staying here and just constantly and consistently change the temperature in the house.
Wait, dude, I understand what they're talking about. They're literally promoting bestiality here.
Yeah, this is way too radical for my taste.
The spectacle was pretty weird and confronting, but there wasn't anything particularly gay about it, so we decided to take matters into our own hands.
Wait, do you want to kiss in front of the Disney castle?
Of course.
Is that Walt Disney?
Yeah.
I like how this man turned around like he was like, yes.
Yes, I am.
So, we're getting ready for our first kiss, and it has to be perfectly framed to make sure Disney can work its magic. And I think we got it. I'll be honest, kissing Alex wasn't that bad, but it also wasn't particularly arousing either. We're going to need much more evidence for this to be conclusive.
Yeah, what are you doing? I think we've got to test to see if the food's gay here.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look very gay.
Mine doesn't look gay either.
It tastes gay? It doesn't taste very gay.
Should we try kissing?
How was that?
I didn't like that.
It was better than when we did it in the sun. But no, I don't think the food's very gay here.
If anything, the food at Disney was aggressively straight.
That's what a vagina looks like, William.
Yeah, I think we accidentally ordered the straight ones. There's the ones that are lesbians are meant to eat.
I'm starting to feel like Disneyland isn't making us any gayer, but we're not quitters. We don't give up so easily. Look, we were told that Disney grooms kids, right? So I'm sure if we go on a kids ride, we'll see it for ourselves. So we chose Small World.
Did I miss it? Did I miss them kissing each other? Hold on.
It doesn't taste very gay.
Should we try kissing?
How was that?
I didn't like that.
It was better than when we did it in the sun. But no, I don't think the food's very gay here.
If anything, the food at Disney was aggressively straight.
That's what a vagina looks like, William.
Yeah, I think we accidentally ordered the straight ones. There's the ones that are lesbians are meant to eat.
I'm starting to feel like Disneyland isn't making us any gayer, but we're not quitters. We don't give up so easily. Look, we were told that Disney grooms kids, right? So I'm sure if we go on a kids ride, we'll see it for ourselves. So we chose Small World, a ride full of animatronic children from around the world.
I fucking love these guys,
simple
man.
Kids ride about
They're
Disney
great.
and international children. What could go wrong?
Tanya Red? Yeah, because it's 1,000,000 degrees in my fucking house right now. Did you show the channel name? No. Oh, fuck. I accidentally did. It's Boy Boy. Why am I not subscribed to him? Boy Boy. Friend of the show, Boy Boy. And I did a thing. And also, other people in the video are, I forget the other dude, but Willie Mosman.
Let's not talk about Small World ever again, okay? Luckily, there are so many other exotic parts of Disneyland to take our minds off it.
I think we're in mystical Syria or Iraq or something. What's this place called?
You got it. It's Iraq.
It says here this is counterinsurgency land.
Counterinsurgency land, sick.
Sick.
You get to kill Osama bin Laden at the end of the ride.
Go blow up some weddings.
Yeah, do it.
Honestly, at this point, we were running out of hope that we'd ever become gay, but we realized we somehow missed the sexiest part of the map. We had to go to Squirt Mountain.
Okay, let's go to Squirt Mountain.
Squirt Mountain.
Oh, by the way, you know what's funny about this? All you motherfuckers would make fun of me if I did an IRL stream and make these exact same jokes from top to bottom. Meanwhile, we're over here sitting, laughing, and appreciating the content. But if I did an IRL stream at Disney, this would be the exact same thing. I would do this in the exact same way, which is why I realized after the last sequence of IRL streams that I after the last sequence of IRL streams, that like I shouldn't fucking cave to the weird chat. Yeah, but they're actually funny. Shut the fuck up, chat. You don't know anything about being funny. We saw your fucking TikToks. I realized like I should just do what I do best, which is make political jokes when I'm, you know, when I'm doing my IRL streams as well.
Kevin, have you ever been on Squirt Mountain?
We're at Squirt Mountain.
Oh, this is Squirt. Oh my God! What the hell was that?
Did you catch that on camera?
It got all over the camera.
That was so sexual. The camel just spat in my mouth.
Squirt Mountain, Squirt Mountain, Squirt Mountain, Squirt Mountain. Oh, it's wet.
Surely, if we kiss on the big drop on Squirt Mountain, we will feel Disney's satanic gay sorcery. The problem is that we could never really tell when the big drop was coming, so we just ended up kissing on all the drops, and this is where Disney's gay spell actually started.
Now that I imagine you making those jokes, I have an urge to complain. Oh yeah, 100%.
Working.
What? Is the fact that when I closed my eyes and kissed him, I almost forgot that we were about to do a massive drop. It made me feel more comfortable.
Yeah, it made me feel a bit more comfortable as well. Maybe there is some truth to this.
Maybe... Alright, now I'm scared again. I don't like it.
Now this kiss was different.
Wait,
it wasn't like any of the other kisses. As soon as we touched lips, the screaming stopped. We were strapped into the steel contraption, hurtling down to earth, but in my mind, we were just gently floating, higher and higher and higher. We must have floated too high because tragedy struck.
Oh, there's a chance it might hit us.
Yeah, it's gonna hit us as well. Yeah, we're
God!
We're lightning. Oh
God's punishing them for doing homosexual kisses. That's right. I knew it would happen. Yeah. You did gay too much. You do gay one time. You do gay twice. That's fine. Even then, you know, maybe God's like, all right, I'm having an off day. Didn't notice that. I'll let this one slide. You do gay 3 times. I'm coming for you.
God.
Yes. This is what happens when you kiss.
Wow. You have anger.
Also, how the fuck did William Osman bring a... How the fuck did William bring a bong with him to... Is that added in to the photo?
God, very much. All right, we
were warned.
We make a run for it?
Yeah. As we were running through the rain, I realised this day had been a big disappointment. Apart from that brief moment on Squirt Mountain, we didn't feel any gayer at all. We were just tired and wet, and Alex got a nasty beard rash. I mean, the Christians were right in a sense that Disneyland is a demonic hellscape, but it definitely didn't make us gay. But these conservatives believe this shit with all their heart, like so much so that after 60 years, Florida's Republican Governor Ron DeSantis is officially revoking Disney World's status as an unaccountable, unregulated corporate country.
This state is governed by the interests of the people of the state of Florida. It is not based on the demands of California corporate executives.
Now, don't get me wrong, this is an amazing move, and there are a million good reasons to do this, but the Conservatives chose the only insane reason for doing it. I don't get it. Like, do we cheer for DeSantis? Do we defend Disney? There's only really one thing I know I want to do right now.
Alright, get nice and close together.
Yep.
And then go a little bit this way, friend.
Which way?
Go a little bit this way, friend. Right there.
You're exhausted.
1, 2, 3.
I love these boys. Wonderful, wonderful content creators. Boy, I did a thing. You know,